Welcome to Opening Day coverage 2023 from Fifth Third Field. We are getting ready for Mud Hens baseball, the 21st season in downtown Toledo. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Smith.
I'm Dan Cummins. Play ball, 4:05 start, just about to happen. It's electric today. Everybody's starting to slowly get in here. I think the bars may be more populated than the stands right now, but it's going to be a lot of fun this afternoon.
To that point, in fact, earlier today, Dan, Frickers had a line outside the door. This was before the noon hour for people waiting to get inside.
When you think about, down here, well, a sellout would be, it's close to a sellout, maybe 10,000 people. Yeah. But my goodness, you have double that, even triple that around the area. So it's a success, no doubt about it.
They had the tarp out on the field earlier today, and that was one of the concerns overnight, was all the rain that we got. But in true March 31st baseball fashion, things have shaped up.
What do you want March 31st? We've never had an opening day this early. The AAA baseball went to the longer schedule, 150 games for what they used to do. They start right around the major leagues do, and they go about the major leagues end. They used to end typically on Labor Day, and now the season goes all the way to the end of September.
And the other thing, too, this is the first Friday opening day that we've had since 2012. There have only been 4 of them. So we were talking about it. We were saying this is probably a big opportunity for a lot of people to play hooky today, to get down here early and to stay late.
It's a tradition since 2002 when the stadium first opened up after Skeldon Stadium was vacated to come out here to this new ballpark, and so many great things have happened here with the Huntington Center, everything else, so we'll be talking about that throughout the broadcast.
Yeah, we want to set up our team coverage that we have down here as well for you here on WTOL.com and WTOL 11 Plus. We have got Matt Willoughby, meteorologist Matt Willoughby, along with Tyler Segerman. He is talking about some of the new things we will see on this team this year. And we've also got Kaylee Kirby.
Yeah, Kaylee's with the fans. Of course, that's part of the electricity of this opening day, is people going around, and it's a great chance to be seen and see people, and actually we're here the last half hour, people coming through, shaking hands, saying hi. We saw a number of old friends. It's good to see people and catch up. You haven't seen them for quite a while.
You know, that's one of the things too, and I was telling Matt Willoughby about it at noon, Dan, is I was standing in center field 2002 for the opening day. I remember broken clouds. I remember kind of a chill in the air, but it was a beautiful spring day. But I also, what stood out for me was this has continually become an event.
Yeah, it's magic, even more so every year. It was magical about 2002. That started a real run of success the Mud Hens had, and it positioned the franchise to do so much better. They were kind of lackluster when they were playing an old, tired Skeldon Stadium, and once they got the energy here, the Tigers must have amped it up too, because we had much better ball players. We had guys that could win ball games, and we wound up winning a championship 2 straight years later on.
You and I were talking about it over at the newsroom. We were saying that this team is, I guess you can label this year's Mud Hens squad as experienced. In fact, probably one of the most experienced in International League Baseball.
Yeah, that happens when you start getting a lot of your prospects at the major league level. You start getting backed up a little bit. It's interesting, the collective bargaining agreement was just agreed by the minor leaguers just this week. In years past, I always wondered myself, what did the AAA baseball player make? $17,000 for the year. That's all they made. And now the salaries jumped up to a minimum of $45,000. Now, if you're on the 40-man roster, different ballgame. You got your own contract. These guys weren't making all that money, and now they'll be paid year-round. So the whole scheme of things have changed for AAA baseball and AA all the way down to rookie ball.
We're going to kind of keep an ear to the field and see what's going on. We've had the national anthem. They've had the introductions of the players, so they're getting ready to play ball down here in just a minute. There are a lot of new features for fans when they come down this year. One of them we wanted to talk about is the LED lighting that people are going to recognize when they come down here. In fact, I was trying to look to see if they've got those lights popping today, because it's still kind of an overcast day out here. But 161 new features with these lights, and one of the things that's going to be really exciting is when those balls go out center field and they're talking home run, and what we see, there will be an entire show on display.
Imagine what a night game will look like when it's dark outside. The whole stadium starts rocking on a home run. You could do anything. I've seen the video as well, and it's pretty amazing what it's going to look like.
Absolutely. We want to hear from Rudolph Libby. They were big in putting all of these in.
The really great thing this year we're excited about too is our electricians are actually the ones that installed the new lighting, the new LED lights that you'll see over the stadium at the games this season. So we're really excited to see how the Mud Hens take advantage of the new technology.
So taking advantage of the technology, and I'll tell you what, in 21 years, I sent off a daughter to school in the fall for the first time, my oldest, and now I feel like our oldest here, Fifth Third Field, is turning 21.
21 years old. I remember vividly the final game at Skeldon Stadium in September of 2001. Actually, about 8-9 days before 9/11. They finished on Labor Day that year in 2001. Wow. And Skeldon Stadium, ironically, was just torn down a few weeks ago. So out with the old, in with the new. We've been here 21 years. It's hard to imagine. And all the things have happened since then, the hockey arena, everything else, and downtown, all the new bars and restaurants. It's nothing like it was 25 years ago.
It's amazing the change that this place has gone through, and it created a renaissance that started here in downtown Toledo. As we said, we got team coverage for you here today. We want to check in with our Tyler Segerman and meteorologist Matt Willoughby, who are also down here live today. Guys?
We're here on the first base line, foul territory. The way Matt just moved, I thought a foul ball was coming, so the guy can't scare me like that. But this is my first opening day. Yeah, you're good, man. This is my first opening day, enjoying it so far. Obviously, the weather clearing up, thanks to Matt, I'm sure. How you enjoying this experience so far?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the more drier weather. We finally got that break in the rain where we got a couple of hours to where at least we'll be dry. But the winds are going to start to pick up. Possibly 20 to 30 mile per hour winds will be coming in the next several hours.
Yeah, it wasn't like this last year, was it?
No, it was nice and sunny.
It was nice and sunny. So see, when I get here, all the weather just goes down the hill. So I don't know how it is, but obviously, like they had been touching on, obviously it's a new season. Got a new manager, Anthony Iposi, who was a hitting coach with the Boston Red Sox last year, coming down. He's making his debut here with the Mud Hens. And I asked him about the new rules because if you guys didn't know, there's an automatic umpire now here in AAA for the International League. And I asked him about how his feelings are with all these new rules with the pitch clock and everything. Here's what he had to say.
I haven't seen it. Some of the guys have seen it in the fall league and experienced it, but just like everything else, whether it was the pitch clock, guys adjusted to pretty good in spring training. There's still going to be some hiccups for a couple of guys, but a lot of these guys have been through it last year. So I think anytime there's a change in rules, but what you learned from this year being in spring training in Major League Camp is guys ask questions. So once they know the rules, we have to remember they're athletes and they're competitors, and once they know the rules, they're going to find out how to adjust from it.
Obviously, we haven't been able to watch the game too much, so we haven't been able to see exactly how it's working out so far. Mud Hens are right now batting, so they obviously doing their job so far. But Matt, have you been able to see the pitch clock?
I've been able to see it a little bit. It's moving kind of quick.
Yeah, so, I was going to say, are you a proponent of the games moving faster now in baseball?
A little bit, especially if I'm watching on TV. Maybe want to let it go a little faster. But if I'm at the game, I kind of want to sit down, eat a hot dog, and just enjoy it.
I got you. Well, it's cool because there's also a guy here on the team making his debut as well. He's from Bryan. He's a local kid. His name is Matt Whistler. He's been in the majors. He's been in the minors, and he was an absolute star coming out of high school, out of Bryan High School. And he was able to come and obviously, like I said, sign with the Tigers in the offseason. He may be playing tonight. He may be not. He's available this weekend. But I was able to speak with him about returning back to Northwest Ohio and being back in some familiar territory. Here's what he had to say.
It's always great being back local. I've always enjoyed growing up here. I was coming here in games when I was a kid, so it's a familiar area. My parents moved up here like 2 years ago to Toledo, so it's always nice coming back. I love seeing my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. When I was coming here to games, I always had good crowds. Toledo takes care of their own and they support their local teams, which is great. So we're looking forward to it and getting out in front of a good crowd and hopefully get some wins this weekend.
I know he's got a lot of friends and family here today, and rightfully so. They haven't seen him play locally in like 13 years, 12 years, I believe. So pretty cool to see. Hopefully he makes an appearance today here.
Oh yeah, definitely a hometown hero to say the least.
Absolutely.
So
before we send it back to the desk, I am curious, Matt, because obviously when we come to baseball games, it's about the atmosphere, it's about the people, but it's also about the food. What's your go-to ballpark food?
Gotta say hot dog every day. I can stuff down at least 3 hot dogs.
3, okay.
at least one sitting. So definitely gotta go with the hot dog. What about you?
I'm a big nacho guy. I like the nachos, the cheese, the warmth. Obviously, on a day like this, probably want to get some warmth. I also like some popcorn. I like some, a little extreme, some different unique foods. I know the Mud Hens have some type of bat that I don't know. Have you experienced the bat?
I have not experienced the bat.
Okay, there is a bat here that it's more of a drink than a food, but maybe we can swing batter swing with that a little later. But all right, we're getting too off guard here. We're having too much fun out here again, enjoying the day here. But Jeff, Dan, we'll send it back to you guys in the desk, and hopefully we're still here having some fun and not having too much nachos and hot dogs in our stomachs.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Jeff, We have some nice stuff here, just out of the Mud Hens Swap Shop.
The gear, the brand new gear this year.
Yeah, all brand new stuff here. And all kinds of new things at the ballpark as they totally try to keep evolving a little bit. Talk about the food somewhat. If you come to the Mud Hens games and you're hungry, there's always great food to eat. They have a whole variety of things, and every year it evolves as well. And we talked with Eric Ibsen, the Mud Hens general manager, about some of the new things this year and what's hot and what's not.
It's got to be the hot dog, the traditional hot dog. You know, I don't eat many during the off season or the winter to gear up for the 75 home games, so we'll be ready to go. We'll see if I have one today or not, but that's the go-to.
I got to tell you something. There's nothing better than eating a hot dog at the ballpark.
At a game.
I don't eat hot dogs ever, but if I come here to Fifth Third Field, always got to have a hot dog.
It was a couple of years ago that I was sitting first base side, and all of a sudden I hear a bunch of laughter and excitement a couple of rows up behind me, and I turned around and looked, and sure enough, it's Dan Cummins enjoying a hot dog and a beer.
Yeah!
And our good friend Al Manis, who was in those seats as well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, one of the things, as we've been talking about food, and you and I were talking about Ned Skelton Stadium earlier, and just the reminder that I have as a kid of crunching all of the peanut shells under my feet, and you don't see that anymore.
No, you don't see quarter beer nights anymore either, do you?
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Kaylee Kirby. She is part of our team coverage out here as well, checking in with the fans. Kaylee, take it away.
Yeah, Jeff, Dan, I am right over by Wildside in front of Frickers, right by this outfield gate. Obviously a different scene from earlier today. I was out here at noon. It was raining, so I was inside Frickers. There was a line inside Frickers. We mentioned that at the top of this show, but definitely a lot of people out here now because of that rain not coming down at all. I even made a couple friends, so we're going to check in with them. What are your guys' names?
Evan. McKay.
And Steve.
Okay, we're talking to you guys today about opening day. You know, it's a good day around here. Okay, how many times have you been to opening day?
At least 5.
Okay.
This is an annual tradition, so I'd probably say 5 to 8.
Okay.
18 years.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, favorite part of opening day?
The drinks. No, just the camaraderie among everyone that lives downtown, the revitalization of downtown, hanging out downtown, the Mud Hens, the day, the energy that's downtown. It's good.
Yeah, okay.
Got to be the creative creatures that are out, just general mingling with everyone. It's great to see everyone out, and got to love baseball, so definitely.
I just love coming out downtown. I'm a downtown resident, so I just walk down the street and come out and see all my people and meet new people.
Okay, I'm asking everyone today, what do you think the Mud Hens record is going to be on the season?
90 and at least 90 wins.
Oh, woo! 90 wins.
I smell playoffs.
Oh, they're winning 120 for sure.
I'll go with 120. I'll go 123. I'm like playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs.
Price is right.
Price is right. They're going to win.
Over under, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Okay, anyone who comes down here, we have swag today. We've got koozies, keychains, a whole lot of stuff for me to hand out. Make sure you come by. Again, I am on St. Clair, right by where all of the restaurants are. There are a lot of people out here. We know you're going to have fun. Game just got underway. I will send it back to you guys, Jeff and Dan.
All right, Kaylee, thank you so much. Kaylee, thank you so much. We're just, Dan and I got caught game watching there for a second.
Yeah, the Mud Hens had a runner at second base, and Tyler Nevin hit a blast at the base of center field wall, got a stand-up triple.
Yeah.
Mud Hens have scored already in the ball game. This is going to be a good season, I think, for the Hens because they are loaded with veteran players, and they have a real nice mix. You know, AAA baseball is unlike any other level of baseball because you've got guys who are angry, hurt. They got cut in spring training just a few days ago. Then you've got your guys that are up and coming, and they're their first time in AAA, and their eyes are wide open, and they don't know how they're going to do, and they're all excited about it. And then you've got a new manager, Anthony Iapoce, who is just coming in here. He's never managed before.
Right.
He admitted he would have butterflies on opening day as well. Emotional thing, yeah. This guy has been a bench coach in the big leagues before, but never been a manager. at the AAA level, so this is first time of actually having a ball club.
Well, he's got to come into this thinking I've hit the absolute jackpot because I've got an average age on this team of 27. There's probably not a lot of coaching that needs to be done. He's probably more a people manager than anything else and just making sure that everybody's hunky-dory going forward.
And then you have Mike Hessman, the home run
king.
king. Yeah, he's the guy that's your hitting coach. He was in the big leagues last year with Detroit till they restructured things,
Right.
so it's glad to see him back here too.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you what, coming up at 5 o'clock on WTOL, we want to point you in the direction of that. Check out all of the interviews, all the stuff we've got planned for you. We will talk with Joe Napoli, of course, the general manager of this organization down here. Neil Newcomb is stopping by because we want to talk about the walleye as well.
We do. What a weekend, Huff. You're a sports fan. You've got the Mud Hens today, tomorrow, and Sunday with day games.
Yeah.
And then you've got the walleye playing right on the back end, so a doubleheader every day.
Trying to make a playoff push, the walleye are,
Yeah.
and we're going to try to catch up later tonight. I know the plan is to catch up with some of those people who are doing the double bill today.
Yeah,
that is
lot of
their
fun.
entire day. Hey, we appreciate you spending some time with us here on WTOL.com and, of course, WTOL 11 Plus. And coming up at the bottom of the hour, what do we got?
What bottom hour?
The bottom of this half hour,
Oh.
we have got...
Love my 419.
Exactly. So stay tuned for that. For now, for Dan Cummins, I'm Jeff Smith. Thanks for joining us.